Right, this is the daily chart of BBRY. I got a great video here. Before I talk about BlackBerry, I want to talk about the past. It's very important, because nobody really knows where a bottom is, and I'm going to explain that first, and then I'm going to explain about today's action and my thoughts for entry now, and the problems that lie ahead for the stock still. So let's get to it. Lots to say here. So if we look back in time, this was the phase when BlackBerry had some great momentum. They had different leadership at the time, and a lot of people thought that the stock was a bottom. Okay, power trigger trade was, I was covering all this. Okay, and I made all the calls. I made the bullish calls here, some small bullish calls here, but it failed multiple times in the past. Like, people have no idea that I'm an expert with this stock. And as you can see, I had warned people not to buy unless it would clear 1550. It failed and collapsed. So people thought the bottom was at 14, and meanwhile, look where it went. So please, the people who think that you can figure out bottoms, most of them are incorrect. Nobody figures out bottoms. They have to be made bottoms. Okay. And this bottom here didn't mean there was a bottom for sure. We needed some sort of proof. This anemic volume, by the way, means nothing. It's anything could happen. And so what's important to understand is you need proof. And the volume finally came in. It didn't come in like I wanted it to come in. It came in today. Alright, and like I said, the last time I was in this is when we had good volume. We broke up on an earnings move, and I got 100% on options in this. I didn't participate in this because my rules were not met. And you know something, it could have went either way. And what would people say? They would be right? I'm about fact, and I call many, if we look at my stream here, basically I look for high odds stock setups in stock options. And I do that for many stocks, especially for Apple. I've called out many winning 100% gains in that. As well, I've called many times false breakouts in BlackBerry multiple times. So this time, I didn't make a mistake based on my rule. It's just that the stock, we have to pay higher now for the proof, and that's fine, because if the stock can go to 14, or I believe the stock can go a lot higher, power trigger trade. It's very possible. I'm looking at the weekly charts. That the stock goes to $25 a share, but that's still. We still need proof of earnings. BlackBerry doesn't have that proof yet. It has to prove it still. Okay? And right now, the risk of this stock, it's very bullish technically, but fundamentally, we still don't have proof of earnings. We know Apple has proved itself quarter after quarter, making billions and billions and billions of dollars, people. Right? BlackBerry doesn't have that proof. It doesn't mean that we can't make money in BlackBerry, but it still has to prove itself. Now, the way I'm looking to go long the stock is two ways. If a stock gets a pullback, to see what kind of a bounce it gets off the highs over here, or simply wait for it to break this 1254 high. This is a high risk trade, BlackBerry, for anyone who wants to take this, because as I said to you, you have a stock going up on hope. There's a good probability, but it's not proven yet, and until they prove strong earnings and profitability, it's not likely the stock can hit those targets I said at 25. However, today's action is bullish, and I say what it, I call it as it is. So there's two ways to buy this. See if we get a pullback, and we're gonna see how this bounces the pullback, or simply buy when it breaks above these highs. Especially, I mean, I like to see some strong volume. I'm not sure what, this is finally a strong volume day. This stock was fading until the news came. This is one of those things where today was a make or break it for BlackBerry, and today they decided to make it. But without today's proof, anything would have been a lucky guess, because this volume is anemic volume. This is the kind of volume I've been talking about many times when this stock moves, not anemic volume. This moving up on 7.8 million shares is not. It's just hype move, right? It doesn't mean it's not sustainable. We needed proof. We got that. And a lot of my trades are based on proof, a fact, because that saved me more often than not. So there you have the great BlackBerry update. Thanks for listening. Like the video.